yes, it's another installation of the Gimme 5 podcast, Euros special editions. And then there were 4, Gary Marshall.
There are 4. But there's a big one. There's a big one in the 4.
Yes, I thought that would get a mention in dispatches. Were you excited? Did you live it?
I lived it in there.
You lived it. Where did you live it so much?
I just lived it. I lived that we scored 4 goals. I lived that.
Yeah, I bet you didn't see that coming.
I actually said 2-0 or 3-0. I thought we'd win comfortably. Well, I didn't see 4. At one point, I thought it was going to be 5 or 6 at one bit.
Yeah, especially after the early goal.
Yeah. That doesn't half settle you down, does it? 3rd-minute goal.
And especially from your favourite, Harry Kane.
Oh, do you know something now? I think other teams are in bother because now he's got the sniff of winning something personal to himself. He'll be all over it. He's only 2 behind Ronaldo and the other bloke, Schlicker.
I didn't like to bring it up, but didn't I say golden boot?
You did, you absolute bastard.
That's my goal celebration. It's the Harry goal celebration. If I win it, that's the one.
You did. Did you back it?
Yeah, backed it. Backed him and Hideki Matsuyama. I backed them both.
Well, somebody backed Harry Kane at either 25s or 33s after the group stage when he was on 0.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great...
Give him a sniff now. We'll be all over this.
Yeah.
A couple more in the semi. Yeah, I can.
And then a hat-trick in the final.
Yeah, I can see him doing it. Honestly, I can't. Like I say, if he takes his golden boot and his most assists away with him on holiday, his little trophies by the pool, he's definitely going to be up for this golden boot in the Euros, isn't he?
Yeah, well, you would, wouldn't you mind? If you had them, you would take them.
Well, to be fair, I don't take a big. I don't take hand luggage, so no, I wouldn't be taking them.
No.
Ryanair, it'd be a nightmare trying to get the, the big trophies in your hand luggage. But pathetic.
At the metal detector, when they go, what have you?
Yeah, what have you got? Well, it's just my assist trophy. Oh, I'm my golden boot belt.
I bet he deliberately leaves the stuff in his bags and he goes through and they go, hang about, what's in the bag? And he goes, oh, I forgot the golden boot.
No, I can't believe it. Yeah, he won't put them in that tray, will he?
He won't put them in the tray.
No. I'd have got him out. Let's just...
Yeah.
In the tray.
So, yeah, Harry Kane's off the mark. And, I mean, just generally they look good. But the big question is, how good were Ukraine? I mean, have you been lulled into this false sense of security, or are England genuinely that good?
I think we're better than we were. Like, I thought in the group stages, I thought the Netherlands were probably the best team in the group stages. But like someone said, you don't win anything for being good in your group stages. England seems to be getting better and better, to be fair.
Yeah. So you're feeling it in the a la sort of whack him Louvre.
No, I'm not feeling it, right? Just so you know. Anyway, no.
I can't take my eyes off him now.
Well,
I'm so disappointed that he's packed in because, I've only just started to watch what he's up to.
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah.
He loves Itchy and Scratchy.
Yeah. I dare say now he's retired, he'll be doing a lot more.
Favorite cartoon.
Itchy and Scratchy. Do you think that's what he's going to do in retirement when they ask him what he's up? What have you got planned, Rakim? Oh, a bit of itching and a bit of scratching. Yeah. It's not for me, to be honest. I not that I've tried it, but it just it's not right, is it?
Oh Christ, no.
No.
Then again, I do like a good scratch, but I'm not too keen on the sniffing after, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah. Well, just stick with the scratching.
I will.
Speaking of things that nobody can live with, how did the big party in Besikar go down? Because I know that you've only been there a few months and you've got a reputation for not being the quietest of people.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
So far, there's been no complaints on the Besikar Facebook page since the weekend. So fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But saying that, after the final whistle, when they were all singing Sweet Caroline round here.
Yeah.
There was a knock at the door, and it was the neighbours.
Oh,
I was fearing the worst.
yeah.
Opened the door, they'd got beer and wine in their hands, and they wanted to join in.
Ever. That's nice, isn't it?
It is.
He said, "How long's this noise going?" And he went, "Where it began."
Da-do-do-do.
Probably about 7:45, was it?
It's earlier than that.
Was it earlier than that? Yeah.
Oh, it was earlier than that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep an eye on the Bessacar Facebook group, but you can be excused, I think, can you? It's everyone in England surely was making a big night of it.
Oh, sure. I think. I don't want to say, but think. Oh no, I'm not saying nothing.
We nearly had it then. Ian Parsons, the producer, we nearly had that for posterity, but we don't know what it is. We'll get it out of him. Well, there's other things we got to get out of you before we close down today, and that is the predictions for the semis. Are you going with England or are you going with Denmark? I mean,
I think Denmark are an absolute certainty.
I knew you were going to say that.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well,
certainties. I've done this before. I've gone the certainty route before. Certainties, Denmark. Absolute. Do you know, I'd love to be in the Molby household on Wednesday night. The Molby Derby, as I call it.
The Molby Derby.
England, Denmark. Oh, my. What a time to be alive.
Could be very fraught there, couldn't it?
Oh, Christ. Mandy could leave him.
Certain. Yeah. Jan and Mandy Molby, who wins that?
Oh, Mandy all day long. All day long. Not a problem.
So you're going for Denmark, of course.
Obviously. They're an absolute racing certainty.
Yeah, well, contrary to the belief that all Welsh people want English to fail, I'm going with England.
Well, yeah, you're wrong, because the Danes are an absolute certainty.
Yeah. Spain and Italy.
I don't know. I'll go Spain, because I think you'll go Italy, so I'll go Spain.
Yeah, well, I'll go Italy then. I just fancy Italy anyway. I mean, I worry about Spain's potency. I know they've stuck 5 in and what have you, but they just don't seem to be firing, do they, up front?
Whether I'm just hoping that Spain win, because I think if amazingly England do get past Denmark, which I very much doubt it, because like I said, Denmark are an absolute certainty. I think the Spanish might be a bit easier to play against than the Italians. Yeah.
They have got a lot of know-how, haven't they, the Italians? As we saw in that Belgium game. What did you make of that?
Well, I tell you what, it's amazing that every single Italian was injured for at least 5 minutes of that game. I can't believe there must be the walking wounded.
Yeah.
I mean, when Immobile went down, I thought there's no chance he's getting up.
Yeah.
But 4 or 5 seconds later, when Italy scored, hallelujah, he was up and about, running like an absolute beauty.
Surely the Vatican, they'll be investigating a few of those as exactly. Miraculous cures, won't they?
Yeah.
Amazing. Belgium went down. I mean, that golden generation, as good as they've been, they still haven't won anything.
No. Is it Martinez's fault?
Well, is it?
I don't know.
Does he stay?
He did a great deal at Everton, did he?
No. What would you do now?
Me?
Yeah. With Martinez.
Well, it's like you say. I think the golden generation have been and gone now, because, like I say, the back three, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, and Vermaelen are all over 30. I don't know anyone else coming through as like I say, Boyata and Denia or Denia, or whatever it's called. They're not the greatest, so maybe they've missed a trick. Yeah.
Well, we have to recall the Jan Molby episode where he said, "Not for me, not in a million years do Belgium win this competition." And
he's a genius, by the way.
Yeah, how good was he? Hey, he's like Darren Brown. Then we had the spectacle that was Spain and Switzerland.
Oh, You mean the penalty shootout? Those some of the greatest penalties of all time in that shootout. I mean, Switzerland took some absolute bonzers against France.
France, yeah. And then it just didn't happen.
Yeah, it was as though they were second guessing, thinking the keeper's seen us do this before, and just completely ruined it.
Yeah,
one of the worst penalty shootouts in the history, that wasn't it?
It was. It really was. And I felt for Switzerland. It would have been great to see them go through to the semis, but on paper it was always going to be Spain, wasn't it? And probably in the interests of this next game, which is an absolute pearl of Spain-Italy, it's a worthy semi-final, isn't it?
Should be a beauty.
Yeah, and then the other game was obviously Denmark versus the Czech Republic.
I thought the Czechs were well in the game.
Yeah.
Obviously racing into a 2-0 lead, but I thought the Czechs were well in it. And when they scored early second half, I thought the comeback could be on here. But no, the Danes. They're saying that the Danes looked out on the feet at the end of the 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed they were.
Fingers crossed. So, in terms of England's starting formation, obviously everyone's got an opinion on this now, and people are talking about the Gareth Southgate mastermind, the way that he brought Grealish on in the last game. This time, he decides not to play him at all.
Left him on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, he's certainly his own man.
Say what you like about Southgate. He has what he did against the Ukraine was brilliant. He managed the game superbly well. We had 4 players on bookings. They all came off. I think, well, apart from Maguire, I think, in the end. But, he managed the game brilliantly. Yeah.
It's fair to say, I would imagine that a lot of the people who were doubting him have reeled their necks in a little bit now because...
well, I was doubting him because he does play very cagey football, but if you're getting the results, who cares?
Yeah. So if it were down to you now, if you had a little audience with him, I mean, what would you be expecting him to tell you?
I'd be expecting the same back 5 as in keeper and the 4. I'd be expecting Phillips and Rice. I don't think you can separate them two, even though I've called for the lad from Dortmund, Bellingham, to come in, but you can't. They've been outstanding. Kane, now he's got 3 goals and a sniff. You can't get rid of him. Sterling, you can't get rid of. There's 2 spaces, isn't there? There's 2 spaces. Mount and Sancho are the only 2 spaces. But I think he'll go with the same 11.
Yeah.
He loves Mason Mount.
Well, he's done all right, hasn't he?
He's okay. I mean, I prefer Foden or Grealish, obviously, but he likes Mason Mount, so I can't see Mason Mount not playing. The only thing that he may do, he may bring in Saka, for Sancho, because he seems to like Saka as well.
Yeah.
But I tell you, who impressed me when he came on, Rashford. I thought Rashford's pace was very, very good late on.
I mean, that's the great thing, and it's such depth in this squad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like I say, Foden and Grealish didn't even get on. They were in my starting 11 at the start of the tournament, and they didn't get on.
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking about golden generations. This surely is one, isn't it?
It could be, because there's a lot of young kids in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of young kids.
Which obviously bodes well not only for the rest of this competition, but also the elusive World Cup.
In Qatar.
Could be interesting. The first Christmas one, and you just get the feeling that, to use a Gary Nevillism, something's happening.
Something is happening. And can I just, because we released the Dean Windass podcast yesterday, and he mentioned the Chip Spice.
Oh, Chip Spice, the 6th Spice Girl.
There it is.
The biggest one.
That's the Chip Spice. There you go.
Wow.
Look at that. The Chip Spice. And it's quite like paprika.
Is it nice?
It's all right, yeah. It's all right. It's a bit, like I say, it's a bit like paprika and, yeah. But it says the original American Chip Spice.
Oh, okay.
Nothing to do with Hull.
I thought you were going to move it from view and go, no, natural. But no,
Nope.
You're quite happy with Chip Spice.
I'm happy with the Chip Spice, yeah.
A very, very good shout from Dean Windass. And if you haven't seen that program, it's available now. So there's a little roundup for the Euros. That more or less sets the tone for the semis. Any big plans?
Yep. We've got a few people around on Wednesday, the same people that were around at the weekend. Now you've found somewhere that we win at and win 4-0. They don't want to go anywhere else. So, yeah, got a few round. But the next day, here's the thing. I'm working. I'm doing a golf day, believe it or not, on Thursday in Crewe. And I'm teeing off at 11. Oh, dear. Who has arranged that? Teeing off at 11. Who tees off at 11 on a corporate golf day? Got to set off here about 7:30.
Wow. You have to curb those celebrations. Mind, the Danes are going to win, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Tears on my pillow.
So there you have it. The Euro Roundup, courtesy of the Gimme 5 podcast. Obviously, we wish England well, and we certainly hope that Spain-Italy is a worthy spectacle, as long as Italy win and might grab a few more points in our little competition. Until the next time, this has been a Tis Done production, courtesy of Ian Parsons. Until we see you next, take care and enjoy the Euros.
Baku, Baku!
Baku!